International news, I'm from Winugena. These are the headlines. Tuvalu Prime Minister attends Oceania Leaders Summit. Convention of the Free Islands of Tuvalu to renewable energy. A member team to Tuvalu for their outreach program. Free education officials traveled to Nukfetau and Vaitupu. And police prepares for White Ribbon Day. Here are the news. Tuvalu Prime Minister is attending the second Oceania 21st Meetings Leaders Summit in Nomea that will convene on the 29th of this month to 2nd July. According to reports received, the Leaders Summit, jointly conceived after the Rio Plus 20 event, follows on directly from the One Tree, One Day, a live program in which everyone is involved. 4 main themes have been selected for the summit's: protection and beneficial use of the ocean, development of renewable energies, waste management and beneficial use, management and conservation of the water resource. The meeting is supported by 15 Pacific Island states and territories, aimed to promote sustainable development in the Pacific, to share innovatory experience, top design joint projects, and to examine the consequences of climate change events on our islands. The first Oceania 21st Meeting Summit was in 2013, led to the signing of the final declaration entitled Help Us Save Tokelau. The Honorable Enele Sopoanga is joined by his spouse, Salilo Enele, and his PS or Personal Secretary, Tamalisi Alemania. Work on the conservation of Free Islands of Tuvalu to renewable energy under European Union funding is now underway. Mafalula Tolua, General Manager of the Tuvalu Electricity Corporation, TEC, says EU will develop mini-grids for Nuglailai, Nukfetau, and Nui. Cargoes for the project have been transported to Nuglailai and Nukfetau Island this week. He says that these cargoes include building materials to build the storage shed for the project to store batteries and other materials. It is expected that the panels will arrive in August or September this year for installation on the Free Islands. Lotolua says that 2 officers of the project have left on the barge and will stay on each of the 2 islands to build the storage places, and they will recruit more workers from the islands to assist with the work. The project for the Free Islands is expected to complete at the end of this year. The Fiji-based Complete Battery Solution CBS company is the implementing agency for the projects on the Free Islands. Workers of the 2 projects, capacity building under the Tuvalu Family Health Association TUFA and the HIV project under the Princess Margaret Hospital, are working cooperatively in running outreach programs targeting youths. This time, a team member traveled on the Manfolau to Vaitupu for their program, targeting Motfowa students and to extend to youth in the main settlement, says reports received. The team included 3 staff from TUFA, 6 volunteers, and 1 from the HIV project. According to reports, issues of the outreach program are non-communicable disease and family planning, with the hope to help students and youths in Vaitupu enhance their understanding on the 2 issues. This is the second time for the program on capacity building to be conducted, which the first one was in the capital, and this is the second island to be covered. Report states this outreach program will only be run on the selected islands. NCDs is one of the major problems exists in Tuvalu, and there is a need to enhance the understanding of everyone on its impact. The team will stay in Vaitupu until the next available boat. Free school supervisors within the Education Department have traveled to Nukfetau and Vaitupu to assess head teachers of Tolis and Tutasi primary schools, as well the principal of Motfowa Secondary School. Betty Vave traveled to Nukfetau, while Temugisa Hauma and Evotia Tofuola traveled to Vaitupu. Ms. Vave told Tuvalu News that this assessment process requires head teachers' own assessment of their performance, teachers' assessment of their head teacher, and school supervisors' assessment of the head teacher's performance. The assessment process is not about finding a way for head teacher to be punished, but to discover weaknesses and common areas for improvement, says Vave. This assessment is based on standards for head teachers that were formulated by teachers a few years back with the aim to guide head teachers because they are the best people to influence changes in schools. A report will be compiled from the assessment in order for the Education Department to see what lacks and provide solutions to the problems to attain quality education in the nation. The assessment will be conducted in all schools of Tuvalu. People on Funafuti are now purchasing water from the desalination plant managed by the Public Works Department, PWD. PWD Acting Water and Sewage Supervisor Kunza Kopki says that the government's water storage of rainwater has run dry last Wednesday, and since then until today, PWD is distributing desalinated water to people buying water from the department. He says, meanwhile, PWD is operating 2 desalination plants, where one is located at the wharf and the other plant is situated within the PWD compound. The desalination plant at the wharf serves the vessels and the people, while the desalination plant at the PWD only serves for the public, says Kopki. He also says that the 2 desalination plants have the capacity to fill 10 green tanks of desalinated water within 24 hours. Tuvalu's desalination plant was purchased with the $4 million portion for Tuvalu under the Pacific Environment Community PAC fund launched by Japan to tackle environmental issues. And lastly, although November's White Ribbon Day is still a few months away from now, the Domestic Violence and Community Policing Committee is gearing up preparations for the significant day. Felix Alefaio, a police officer from the New Zealand Police Force and also member of the committee, says the committee has planned sports and cultural performances to be held on that day. The day falls on the 25th of November 2014. Alefaio says that the committee aims to organize a one-day rugby tournament for young men and a volleyball tournament for young women on that day. The committee also planned to invite youths from island communities to perform items, and there are prizes to give away. Alefaio says youth is an essential part of the campaign to eradicate violence against women and girls and in maintaining harmony in their communities. White Ribbon Day is celebrated every year by United Nations member countries such as Tuvalu. And that ends the national news.